table gaming people. We are PTG. I'm Hyper G. He is Lucky Sixes.
Lucky Sixes in the house, in the fiery house of death.
I hope not, because you're in lockdown. That will be rather uncomfortable after a few more days.
Yeah, right. But
turn your fire off.
Yeah, I should. It's cold. It's November, man.
Yes, it is. But yes, we are in the infernal flames of death, or just heat, because it is ID Infernal Dwarves time. This is part 2 of a series of videos. I do hope you've seen part 1. If you haven't, then what are you playing at?
Oh my lord, go back, watch it. But we will remind you at the end, so if you want to do this first, then you can.
Yeah, you can. But you will also be pointed out that you could also watch our original 3-part series of the Infernal Dwarfs review, which happened a number of months ago, where we reviewed the Infernal Dwarf original book, then followed it up with a video on 2 lists that we created. And then in the 3rd part of that series, we actually battled those 2 lists on Universal Battle. My list versus Lucky Six's lists. Can't remember who won that one. Lucky Six's. I just can't remember. Do you remember?
Some dick.
There's enough done. I'm allowed. So yeah, I won 20-0 in that battle.
Yeah,
because it was such a beating that we didn't even count points.
Immediately demanded a rematch.
Which happened like 6 months later.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a list review of our new lists based on the new book.
And we've, as a spoiler, we're trying to keep as close to the old ones as possible, with the idea that we are updating our lists.
Making them legal.
Although there are changes.
Obviously.
Yeah, there are changes. So
yes. In fact, your list had to be changed for legality way more than mine did, actually. Which is interesting. You had to completely redo your core. Anyway, we'll get onto that in a minute. We don't need to talk about that too much.
Enough about me. It's all about the winner. The winner.
Oh, is it me first? Oh, that's good.
The winner first. So
let me know when it's on screen, because I can't see.
Oh, it's absolutely. It's there, mate.
It's there.
That was my segue. Come on.
Oh, I see. Sorry, I didn't get the subtle hint. Not a lot has changed about my list, because, in fact, I had 95 extra points to spend once I'd worked out the points and switched the Lamassu Scholar into characters. And I actually had points available in my characters allocation, so I could just put him into characters and it didn't cause any issues. So that was handy.
Yeah, not too much change in any of your items or anything?
No changes in my items. I don't even think their points changed in the items. I think the Commissioner General got cheaper by 45 points in total, which is quite handy.
Yeah, nice.
The Prophet is still the Occultism Master. I didn't even look at changing the path, because why would I? So he's 15 points cheaper as a unit. Even the Vizier is exactly the same points, and the Lamassu Scholar, other than moving to characters, is the same points as what he was. So my characters are very much unchanged. And so similarly, my core hasn't really varied. It's still 2 blocks of 40 infantry. Now my Infernal Warriors are sporting the Ziggurat upgrade instead of just great weapons. But it's the same thing, really. And I've given them a banner of speed instead of a flaming banner, because I don't have alchemy in my list or pyromancy. So having a flaming banner wasn't as important. Although I might be forgetting that one of my special items gave them flaming or something. I don't know.
Sure.
or
for the incinerary.
I can't remember.
Incinerary.
Yeah, exactly. I might have just completely scuppered over my original tactics, because I haven't remembered what they were. I've added a musician onto the vassal levies as well, and I've taken away their legion standard because I didn't feel that they needed it. They are literally just bodies to die. My Disciples of Lugar have remained the litigator option. They're only 15 models. They're mobile and they're deadly, and they are still pretty deadly. Yeah. I mean, they're gained lethal strike as well as distracting now, so that's nice. Whether they see combat is another matter entirely. The Tauruks, I mean, you'll have noticed, because you did watch our previous video, that the Tauruks haven't changed a whole lot at all anyway. So I was very happy with their impact on the last battle. My Enforcers got 20 points cheaper overall, and the Anointed got 50 points cheaper overall. I'm not sure how I actually managed to gain points anyway, because I said I only had 95 points to spend, and yet everything's got like 50 points cheaper. I don't know how that was worked out. But yeah. Here you go. The Vassal Cavalry are 10 points more expensive. There you go.
There you go. There's all your points, mate.
That's all my points. All the chaffing points. Yes, so that's where that is. I tell you what, one big change towards the end of the list, I don't think this is the way you wrote it down, was that I have I've drafted my Kadim Titan out of my list.
I know.
I wonder where that's gone.
Yeah.
Not even going to say how annoyed I am at that decision. Forced upon.
I know.
Not willingly. You've literally stolen. No. For some reason, he's not in my list anymore. But I have replaced it with very capable other options.
Yes.
Which is the Citizen Giant, which we completely ignored in the original Civil War Battle and Beer, who has got the Tower Shield, much discussed over the course of the last few months. Going to try him out for me. And I've also managed to squeeze in an Infernal Artillery Titan Mortar with an Etho Cloud, which is very topical for me, for anyone who knows me. But yes, my daughter would be proud of me. So I've got a tiny bit of shooting in an otherwise non-shooty army, which probably isn't wise, but that's just the way it's going to be for me. That's my list. It hasn't changed massively. So I'm hoping for the same result. It turns out.
Yeah, you smashed me up last time with a very similar list, so we shall see.
I think it came down to your general charging my Tauruk Enforcers and whiffing, though, didn't it?
Yes.
If I remember rightly.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was an uphill battle for you.
Sure.
Although my Litigator disciples did actually murder your Immortals at one point.
They did.
Well,
they
which
smashed
was
my Immortals.
Somewhat unexpected, considering you had more bodies.
That was
stuff.
That was old Immortals when they had all the rules as well. So
and old disciples. So both of that has completely changed. But assuming you haven't taken Immortals out of your list, because I don't know.
We are on that now, and as you can see,
Yeah.
I have not. I've gone the other way. I used to have 20. I've now got 27. Bump
27 Immortals.
Bump
Jesus.
Up, boy. And so again we've got the Overlord on Great Ball, Luger's Dice and Ring of Desiccation, so making stuff flammable, all that jazz. Incinery.
Incinery.
Yep. The BSB's changed somewhat in that he's been given more stuff.
Okay.
So he's Mask of Ages to basically make him an immortal.
Not really anymore.
Well, yeah. But it's the closest item that we could to make him immortal.
It's got its own different rules now.
Extra breath weapon with a breath of brass bull, and the Willow's Ward to give him. I think it's 2 up. Something like that. I'll
say 3 up. We'll go with 3 up.
Yeah.
Because I'm not looking it up, but we'll just say it's 3 up
exactly
for the battle.
Right.
It's got to be right.
So Prophet. I got 2 prophets, one on a chariot, one on a seat of authority now, which really
you're actually less magic-y because you've lost your Lamassu.
I have, I couldn't I couldn't fit any more characters, and I didn't want to get rid of the Great Bull. So
no.
That was it. Although the seat of authority really is good with vassals and stuff, and I ain't got any, so that'd be interesting. Still got the tablet though. Making 1s into 3s is amazeballs. Luger on Kadim Chariot with Talisman of Void to get an extra channel, so 3 channels, which is nice. My core changed to get more shooty, ironically. Although
you originally had 2 units of 12 Infernal Warriors, and that isn't allowed anymore.
No,
so
they've been bolstered up somewhat. So just literally Blunderbuss Infernal Warriors of 20, 2 units of that. Citadel Guard are now without their Bastion.
You've dropped that, yeah.
Dropped that.
'Cause it's not 360 line of sight anymore, so who would want it?
Exactly, it's crap
No,
now.
not really.
But I've still got the slaves back in one of those units up at every turn to all that stuff. Like I said, the Immortals with Banner of Relentless Company getting your face, hopefully. And Kadim Incarnates and the Kadim Titan to go along with it.
Yes, so you're Kadim and I'm Turok, basically.
Yeah, basically. So
I suppose it fits, actually, that you would have the Kadim Titan.
Sure, yeah, I got the Kadim Chariot, Kadim Incarnates, Kadim Titan, I guess. Like that sort of way.
Yeah, but I wasn't happy about losing my Kadim Titan.
We fought and we fought. No, we didn't.
Well, you could say that you just stole him without asking, actually.
Just said, I'll have him, and you went, all right, I'll have a giant then. So,
yeah.
Okay, that was our argument.
It was actually that was about as passionate as it was, wasn't it? And I was just stuck in Infernal Artillery and to spite you, I'm going to stick it on the Kadim's head straight away. And...
Yeah, they're killing it. We didn't have one last time, so it's good that we
didn't have any artillery last time, did we?
Artillery somewhat, but I guess still
and the giant,
still quite thick. So you've got my list with a few monsters and shooting and a big block of Immortals, and your list with Torok heavy big blocks.
Yeah, big blocks with quite a lot of combat and a tiny bit of shooting. And you're going Master Magic with Adept support versus 2 Adepts as well. Yeah, so there's differences.
You've got more spells, whereas I've got more channel.
You've definitely got one more channel than me. It depends whether you give my Lamassu channel or not.
Yeah.
As whether I've got 1 or 2.
So should be interesting. Again, the Fire v Fire will be interesting to see as well. But it should be good. I guess. What are you scared? Are you scared of the Kadim Titan?
Yeah, I think it's a loose cannon. Probably the wrong phrase to use, but it's definitely a problem.
Yeah.
Your relentless banner Immortals are an issue. Because I don't think I've got a lot that can stand up to them. Even my my Turok Anointed, would have to whittle them down a bit first. But maybe that's what my Titan Mortar is there for now. And I have still got the Giant to cause you issues, although that is only strength 5. He's got soft cover, so he might survive a turn or 2.
Yeah, defensive giant's an interesting, because it just means I won't kill him in 1, which is actually good in a way, because you get more attacks that way. So I don't know, it's interesting. It'd be interesting to see his concept.
Yeah, it's a bit like the Great Weapon Giant the Ogres have, isn't it? You've got extra attacks by the time you attack, sort of thing. So we'll see how that Tower Shield goes, because it's not all that expensive now.
Yeah. So adding in a few extra things to see this time round. Again, leave comments on the list.
Who do you think's going to win?
The main thing is, who do you think's going to win? Really,
that's why I said it first. Who cares about the rest?
But whether or not these could be typical lists, what you would drop in each one, what you would add for each one, what synergies have we missed if we've picked, say, Immortals? What other things have I missed in terms of that?
If you can see anything that's illegal because we haven't quite picked it up right, let us know, because then we can change it before the battle. But hopefully we're okay. We can't say we're experts on ID by any means. But,
very much so.
We're always open to
things
like that.
If you haven't already, go check out our Infernal Dwarves Army book review, where we have gone into a lot more depth than we have now on each unit, the changes as well, especially the major changes, what we think of, for example, the Lamassu getting changed to character, the reduction, or just the complete taking out of march and shoot, and other
elimination.
Things. Yeah, the artillery
nerf,
I'd guess.
Maybe
the range nerf and things like that. So whether or not we think that's good or bad or ugly or.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to stay more than 16 inches away from you.
Exactly.
Because you used to be able to shoot me, and now you can't.
So if you fancy that, go and check that out. And if you want to see these lists in action, come and check us out on Tuesday. Can't remember the date.
The 15th. No, that can't be right.
No, 12th, 13th, 14th,
17th.
17th. There we go.
There you are.
Tuesday the 20th. Tuesday the 17th of November. We are going to have only our 4th installment of Battle and Beer, which is interesting. It's something we're going to do a lot more. Obviously, just life getting in the way at the minute, but yeah, we're getting that up and running. We will have us two for sure. We've got some of the Fantasy Wargaming podcast coming along.
Nice, smooth.
And some extras. To brush it up, and of course,
hoping for a certain celebrity from Europe to join us as well.
Yes, absolutely. And
don't forget as well, you could control one of these lists if you want to replace me or Lucky Sixes. We don't have to control them. It doesn't have to be me versus Lucky Sixes.
Yeah,
you can take them on.
If you wanna...
Similarly, if you want to choose a different ID list and play it against one of these lists, that's also okay.
Absolutely.
Because we're all for inclusion, you know.
Yeah, just let us know in the comments. Let us know. Get in touch with us. All the details are in the description or on the forum, social medias, all that jazz. And of course, if you haven't got time to play the whole thing, but you want to nip along, come along and be in the chat, where we will be, I'm sure, heckled by you all, but mainly Jack Chapman, to yes, see how we're getting on and give us some tips of advice once one of us gets wiped out again.
Or call us out when we do it wrong.
Absolutely. And just generally have some fun and chill out with the battle. A lot of UB going on lately, so it'd be nice to have a casual UB battle where we...
The timing of it will be announced nearer the time, for definite, but it'll be around 8:30 p.m.
Yeah, sure.
England time.
And as we've said, make sure you like, share, subscribe so you don't miss those notifications. And do go on our social medias and hit a follow or whatever it is, to make sure you get notifications so you don't miss out.
Yeah. Let's push towards 700 subscriptions on YouTube as well, guys.
Yes,
really massively appreciate all your support. We are teetering on the edge of 700 subscriptions, which is incredible. Cannot thank you guys enough for being a part of that with us.
Yeah, man, we're very lucky. We've got a very good community that gives us lots of comments, and we talk as much as we can back to you. So let's keep that up, guys. But yeah, enough for list building. Again, let us know what you think, and let's get your beer ready for Battle and Beer 4 on Tuesday.
Too right.
See you there.
Cannot wait.
Whoop, whoop.